Now, when it comes to Social Security, it's really about understanding the timeline and implications for drawing your Social Security benefit. So let's talk about the timeline and implications. The earliest that you can draw Social Security is age 62. As of right now, it's age 62. Now, age 62 is before your full retirement age, okay? It's earlier than your full retirement age. So you can claim at age 62, but you're technically claiming early. And because you're claiming early, because you're receiving benefits potentially years earlier, the Social Security Agency is going to recognize that, and they are going to reduce your benefits by up to 30%. It's 6.66% per year that they will reduce your benefits for each year that you draw early, up to a maximum of a 30% reduction. Okay, so there you have your first trade-off. I can access my Social Security income earlier, but it's going to be at a reduced benefit. Fair enough. Now, let me say this. Once you've hit age 62, the world is your oyster. You can start to claim Social Security at age 62 and a half, age 62 and 8 months, age 63 and 4 months, any month that you want to start your Social Security after age 62, by all means, have fun. The next major milestone, though, is your full retirement age. Full retirement age in the US is currently age 66 or 67. One of those two or somewhere in between there. It depends on the year that you were born, and it should state that very clearly on your Social Security statement or going to SSA.gov. This is the age, your full retirement age is when you would receive your primary insurance amount, okay? Your primary insurance amount is your PIA. This is the full benefits based on your highest 10 years of earnings. The calculation is based on 40 years in aggregate and things of that nature. But this is where you would receive your full benefits. Okay, great. So either between age 66 and 67. The third major milestone is age 70. Age 70 is when you would get the highest benefit increase allowable. Okay, so for each year that you delay Social Security beyond your full retirement age, the Social Security Agency is once again going to recognize that you're delaying benefits, and they're going to increase your primary insurance amount by 8% per year. So up to 32% for those of you who have a full retirement age at age 66. So not bad. Once again, this is all about the timelines and implications for when you want to draw Social Security. So there you have it. There's just two more Social Security benefit options just to be aware of out there. The first one being spousal benefits. Okay. So for those of you with spouses, this works extremely well if there's a large gap between one spouse's primary insurance amount and the others. Okay. So let's say Jack and Diane, for example. Okay. So let's say that Diane had substantially higher earnings throughout her working years, and her primary insurance amount at full retirement age is going to be $3,000 per month. Jack spent a few years out of the workforce. He had lower earnings, and let's say that his primary insurance amount is going to be $1,000 per month. Okay, this is where the spousal benefit comes into play. When Diane takes her $3,000 a month, that then opens the door for Jack to start taking the spousal benefit. So Jack can then use 50% of Diane's primary insurance amount and take that as his own primary insurance amount. So theoretically, Diane claims at full retirement age. She gets her $3,000. Jack then claims also at full retirement age. He gets now, instead of his $1,000 per month, $1,500 per month. That's an extra $500 per month that Jack would be receiving. Pretty sweet deal for Jack. But that being said, if Jack were to have claimed early, if Jack were to have claimed at age 62, and then Diane claims at her full retirement age, he can still use the spousal benefit, but his 50% of Diane's primary insurance amount would be reduced by that 32% because he still claimed early. So it would be much closer to his original amount of $1,000 per month. Okay, so that's the spousal benefit. Secondarily, the survivor benefit. The survivor benefit is when your spouse predeceases you and they had a higher benefit amount than you. What happens is you can then take whatever your spouse was receiving at the time of their death and use it as your own benefit. Now, let me be clear. This is one or not the other. For both spousal and survivor benefits, it's one, not the other. Or one or the other, not both, I should say. So you're never going to be receiving both your own Social Security benefit and your spouse's. It's going to be whichever one is the highest is automatically going to register for you. Okay. So that's Social Security. I would say that understanding the timeline and implications is the first step. On top of that, it does become a discussion around your longevity. Do you have concerns about your longevity, your overall health? Is there pre-existing conditions? Is there a family history of something? Whatever it might be. Oftentimes, if that's a concern, it's worth the consideration of taking early. Okay. That being said, if you have enough income coming in from outside of Social Security, it can make a lot of sense to delay benefits, either get full benefits or build up those benefits by applying at age 70. So a couple of additional considerations, but the bottom line is that you're not making this decision in a vacuum, right? Whatever you do can have an impact on your spouse. So that's something to keep in mind. There's a lot of different analysis that can be done around Social Security. We can calculate things like break-even points or break-even years, where if you live past this certain age, you would have been better off delaying, to full retirement age or whatever it might be. And so there's a lot that can be done in terms of really getting granular and methodical in claiming Social Security. So if that's of interest to you, ask me a question in the questions tab or just reach out to me individually. But